I'm Mike Williams with Lance Camper Manufacturing, here to show you the proper tire changing procedure on a Ford F-250, 350, and a 450 Ford truck. Now 550 is done a little differently, and I do recommend that you refer to the Ford Owner's Manual on the F-250, 350, 450, and 550, as well as this instructional video. Now, what you see here in front of me is the Ford supplied jack handles as well as the jack. Now, the jack handles include the lug wrench, the jack handle itself, as well as the spare tire removal tool. Now, over here to your right, you'll see the Atwood jack remote that operates the Atwood jacks on our Lance Camper, as well as I have 11/16 socket on a 3/8 drive ratchet to make it simpler and easier to remove the spare tire from the carrier, and also a wheel chock, which is also important while changing a tire. Now, the first thing we're going to do in this procedure is we're going to go ahead and chock the front tire. We're going to be demonstrating, by the way, on the rear. So we're going to chock the front tire here with the wheel chock so that the vehicle doesn't roll when we're jacking it up. Because if the vehicle rolls, it can come off the jack and it could cause injury or death. Now, the next procedure that we're going to go ahead and do is we want to take and get the weight of the camper off of the truck and also gain some clearance to remove the spare tire from the spare tire carrier. So we're going to remove our Happy Jack tie down from the truck, and we'll want to remove all 4 of these tie downs. Set that aside. Then we're going to go ahead and swing out the swing away if you have the swing away jack brackets on the front for the dually truck. If you're working on a single rear wheel axle truck, you won't have the swing away brackets and you won't have to perform this procedure. So once you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead and activate the jacks and extend the jacks down to the ground. Extend all jacks, bringing the camper up off the ground itself. Now that we've got the jack in place, we're going to want to lower the spare tire down from the spare tire carrier. So what you're going to end up needing to do is you're going to need to get the key lock as well as the extension handle and install the key lock onto the extension handle. Then you're going to need an extension, and depending on which wrench you're going to use, either your ratchet wrench with the 11/16 socket or the Ford provided jack or a handle. We're going to come on in back here. We're going to go ahead and lower that down. Once you've gotten underneath the back of the camper here, you want to go ahead and install the spare tire removal handle with the tool attached into the spare tire winch hole. You're going to go ahead and put that inside. Shove it all the way into the channel. You'll feel it make connection and lock into place. You'll have a second extension you're going to apply to the original extension and then use your ratchet wrench. Once you got that on, go ahead and lower the spare tire down to the ground. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take the center cap off. The center cap has 4 notches in it that's located up against the rim itself that's designed to take this hook that's provided with the Ford tire kit. Now the hook is insulated to protect the rim from getting damaged. So you're going to go ahead and get this hook back into one of those brackets and pop it off. Once it's popped off, go ahead and set it to the side. Now if you're working on the rear dual, you're going to have to use this extension that's provided in the kit by Ford. So that will go onto your lug nut, just like so. Use your lug wrench and loosen your lug nut. Okay, once you're done removing the lug nuts, now it's time to jack the truck up off the ground to get your tire up. What you're going to end up doing is jacking it up until you have some clearance between the ground and the tire so that you get to proper distance so that you can remove the tire off of the axle. Okay, once you've got the truck jacked up off the ground and the tire has been raised, then you can go ahead and pull the tire off of the truck. Go ahead and set that tire to the side. Grab your replacement tire. Now keep in mind tires are heavy, so proper lifting procedure should be taken when you're doing the lifting of this tire. I find it best, lift up, put it on the center hub, like so. And voila. Once you got the tire on, go ahead and reinstall the lug nuts. When replacing a spare tire, if it just happens to be the inside dually, there's going to be a small diameter hole in the rim for the index. There's a pin that is mounted on the hub so that you get that aligned with the hub and the rim when installing the spare tire. That has to be in place because you want to make sure that the rim is flush against the hub, the full circumference of the hub. Now, once we've got the lug nuts back on, we want to snug the lug nuts down to a point that they're snugged, all of them, before lowering it down to the ground. Now when you snug up lug nuts, you want to go star-wise. So go across, snug, crossed, snug, until each of them are tight against the rim. Once that's done, then you're ready to lower the truck to the ground and then finish your final torque on the lug nuts. And you want to torque the tire and lug nuts tight once the tire is on the ground. Once they're tight, then you're ready to go ahead, pack up everything, and take it down to your local tire repair shop to have that spare tire or that flat tire repaired and put on back on the truck and get the spare tire mounted back up on the spare tire carrier. So, this is Mike Williams with Lance Camper Manufacturing, showing you the tire changing procedure on the Ford F-250, 350, and 450. Now 550s again are different, so please refer to the owner's manual on all applications, F-250, 350, and 450, and the 550. Again, this is Mike Williams, Lance Camper. Happy camping.